Hello everybody, GameFreak9917 here. I'm back today with more Forza Horizon 2 on the Xbox One, and I'm not really sick anymore. You know, my throat's just a little bit scratchy just because of all the coughing I was doing while I was sick, and my nose is a little bit congested, but otherwise I'm fine. But anyway, I'm bringing you another car review today, and today I'm going to be reviewing the 2000 Ford SVT Cobra R. And this is one of my favorite body style of Fords. I'm not talking about this particular one with the wing and the front bumper how it is, but I love the new edge body style. It's one of my favorite body styles. You know, it looks like a SN95 but better, really. You know, you can tell that there was still some styling, but it was just they improved a lot about it. And this particular version is not like other versions of this Mustang. This version came with the 5.4 liter V8, and I'm not quite sure exactly if this was supercharged or not. I think it may have been naturally aspirated for this version, but the 5.4 liter V8 is a very popular engine around this era for Fords. It was introduced into the pickup trucks around this time, and that has been speculated to be a bad engine, but I've known a lot of people who've had that engine in the pickup trucks and they loved it. They said that's one of the best engines, even better than the 4.9 liter inline six that were in some of the older models. They argued that it was better than that engine, which is kind of hard because I had that engine and that engine was almost foolproof for me. The only problem was the owner, who didn't really take very good care of it. So the engine didn't have very many miles, but everything else about the truck was rusted out and started to fall apart because I lived up in Minnesota, so a lot of snow, salty roads, not very good for metal cars. But anyway, like I said before, this has the 5.4 liter V8. I believe this is naturally aspirated. And this engine was also in the Ford GT of this era. But that was a supercharged version, and I'm pretty sure that this is naturally aspirated. But anyway, this is capable of making 385 horsepower and 385 foot-pound torque. So that's actually really impressive to see a car that has the exact same numbers of horsepower and torque. You know, usually car companies want to keep those numbers fairly close to each other. That way, it's optimal for grip and whatnot. But anyway, it weighs 3,589 pounds. So it's a little bit heavy, but hopefully the 385 horsepower will be able to get it to go pretty fast. Anyway, let's take a look at some of the colors, and it's only available in red. But I want mine in black. I absolutely love these body styles. I just love the new edge. But I don't really get what they were doing by putting that nasty wing on it, though. Like, I would have been like, okay, the bumper, that's a little over the top, but that's fine. But then they threw the wing on it. I'm like, why? It's a muscle car. It doesn't need that nasty looking wing on it. It makes it look sort of like an old Cosworth Mercedes or something. But anyway, let's go ahead, go over here and just see how it sounds. Good God, that is a mean sounding engine. As you can see, it has the side exhaust, or as some people like to call them, Laker pipes. Don't really know why. Of course, it's a older Ford Mustang, so the interior isn't going to be the most spectacular thing in the world. Nothing but grip in first gear. Although I did sort of do a stall start. But from that, I was full on the gas, and it was just grip all the way through first. Handling is pretty well. Because I downshifted into second, the back end had actually kicked out for me. But it corners pretty good. Who says muscle cars can't turn? Whoops, that was my fault. I sort of counter steered a little sooner than I should have. I'm actually pretty impressed with how well this car is handling stock. No, it's one of those cars where you can easily get that back end kick out, but if you know how to control it, you can just get it to have grip around corners. A little bit of oversteer there, but that was necessary. Alright, let's line it up. God, I just love how this car sounds. Yeah, this car really does a good job at gripping. Alright, into fifth gear. And 155.78 across the line. You know, you kind of learn to expect more because it's a video game, but I'm pleased with that, to be honest. No, look at it sort of realistically. That's pretty good. But anyway, let's go ahead and see just how much horsepower this thing will make fully upgraded. Let's look at the conversions. We have a 6.2 liter V8. Get that out of here. Drivetrain swap, all-wheel drive. Nope. And aspiration. Okay, so this is naturally aspirated. We have a option of a single turbo, twin turbo, a supercharger, and a procharger. Let's go with the single turbo. Alright, now let's go ahead and just see how much horsepower this thing is going to be making fully upgraded. I'm guessing it's going to reach upwards of, I don't know, 700, 800 I want to say. Probably just 700. Maybe, if we're lucky. Depends on how some of these upgrades go. Hopefully we get some pretty good numbers out of that turbocharger. So 603 horsepower, it's possible. Just depends on our last 3 upgrades that we have. Ooh, yup. Looks like we're going to be making it. Oh wow, that is quite a lot of horsepower, to be honest. So 741 horsepower is the final numbers. Let's throw that flywheel on. And it is quite a bit heavier now, but what can you expect by adding more parts? Although, yes, some of them are lighter weight, I guess. But you throw that turbocharger and whatnot on there, the whole assembly and whatnot is going to add quite a bit of weight. So 2,944 pounds is with the fully upgraded engine, brakes, anti-roll bars, both front and back, and the weight reduction. Put that race trans on there. Every time that menu freezes up, I always feel like, did I hit the button or not? Wow, jumped from 0.9 to 1.1 Gs just by putting the race compound tires on. That is pretty impressive. Okay, there I did not hit it, so that was my fault. And 315s in the back. I think it was 295s up front. Let's see what we have here. A race splitter. Yes, we can take the wing off. Good. Although I wish that we could change some more stuff about it. Change the hood, the front bumper, the skirts, and rear bumper even. Whoops. Come on. I just don't want to spoil too much in case the engine sounds any different. Ooh, whoops, finger slipped off the clutch there. You can really hear that turbocharger, but God, this engine sounds so great. Oh, I could have sworn I heard a blow-off valve. Wow, nothing but grip in second gear. This car is very grippy. Good brakes. Handling is still really good. Yeah, this car has very good brakes. Of course, now it has 700 plus horsepower. On the gravel, it's going to be a little bit more hectic to control. But in third gear, is actually catching some sort of grip. It's just in the second gear where it's a lot more hectic. Yeah, in second gear, if you're able to sort of enter at higher RPMs, you can maintain a corner pretty good and almost hammer the throttle right away coming out of a corner. Oh wow. I was going around that corner roughly around 5,000 RPMs. But I hammered on the throttle and I got a little bit of a spin from the back tires, but otherwise it gripped pretty good. I just love hearing that turbo. Ooh, 202.89 miles an hour. All I can say about this car, it is impressive. I was expecting nothing but major wheel spin, can't take a corner at all, bad brakes. The only thing it was going to be good for is a straight line, but this car is very impressive. Like, I had my eyes wide, just bug eyes the whole time really, while I was driving this car, fully upgraded. You know, of course it's going to be easy to get the back end out. That's something that you're going to have to be mindful for. But it's really easy to control it and be mindful of it. Like, I was full on the steering wheel turning right there, and I downshifted into second gear. I was expecting the back end to kick out a little bit, but no, the RPMs were actually a little bit lower, and it didn't spin at all. It just gripped. So that is something that is very impressive. I'm just impressed with how much grip it can actually get in second gear. So if you're mindful of your RPMs and your gearing, this can make a very good track car. So what I'm going to rate it in its class, I'm going to rate this as a 9 or a 9.5 out of 10. The only reason why it would be a 10 out of 10 is because it is still pretty easy to get it to spin. Now, that's not necessarily a bad thing, because sometimes oversteer is better. I'd rather oversteer a little bit and just have to drift around the corner instead of understeering and going like into the wall. But this car is, wow. I was trying to actually get the back end to kick out on that corner, and when I was counter steering, it gripped so good. Now I'm actually able to get that back end out, but these tires are so grippy and they're so wide, where it very much so gives this car traction. Whoops. But yeah, this car is really impressive, I must admit it. It exceeded my expectations. But anyway, if you guys enjoyed the video, let me know in the comments section down below, or just give the video a thumbs up. If you want to see more content from me and my friends and I record with them, make sure to hit the subscribe button. I'll be uploading daily. And I would like to thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.